It's good morning from the Republic of South Africa, and you already know my name. Most members here are familiar with this voice, this face. So if you're not familiar with my face or this voice, I am Lawrence Butana Maluleke, TBC stakeholder in the Republic of South Africa. It's good morning again, and today's date, it's the 8th day of the 8th month, 2018, or this year, okay? And the time now, it's past midnight. It's 00:59. Let's say it's past midnight. 1 minute past midnight, South African time. And it is good to see all of you again. I really wanted to chat with you last night, but I mean late, but I could not allocate any moment for that. And my apology for that. And I'm still up. I will retire just immediately after this live chat. I was held up with some damage control within the community. But of course, I felt that I should share with you something, okay? And to the top chat, hello, my fellow Tibetians from United States. Today we have my brother Stephen Coffey, and we also have my sister from New Zealand, Mrs. Jules. Welcome, and others whom I cannot see on the top chat, but I can see the number of viewers. It's nice to have all of you here, but I'm also looking forward to see added new members since now we have to go out there and bring in those communities who were not prepared to be a part of our mission. Because if we don't do that, remember the fourth graph, which is the red one, the shortest one of the three. It won't be real if we don't put that preparation into action. Okay, so I hope many of you today, starting from yesterday, yeah, after the Send Buttons meeting, you considered exactly what exactly that fourth graph meant to us. Okay, I hope you understand which graphs I'm talking about. The first one was the longest one, of which when I looked at it, I felt very thirsty. So I couldn't even go to the second one and the third one. But my eyes looked at the first three, and then automatically they opted for the fourth graph. I hope you remember which graphs I'm talking about. Those were innocent parties meeting, okay? And to me, just to add something, it meant huge meaning behind a billion membership. That's what it meant to me. I don't know to you. And behind that meaning, there are more surprises in store for each and everyone uh, who are currently um, with us in this mission. But if you're out, you still have that hope of something else. Wow, I feel sorry for you. But when we look around the globe currently, yourselves and myself and others, we know that there isn't any solution or movement so far that will teach communities around the globe to be in control of something. Yes, we know that it won't be a fiat currency, another system won't just fade away like that. But it's going to take some time, of course. But how do we know that some of those key figures who are in control of the world's wealth, as soon as they see our conduct, they might be interested in this system? How do you know that? Because we know they are in a handful number, or they are in a limited number, but not all of them see the way see things the way uh, others do, like their friends in the system. Okay, being organized or unified sometimes helps because you may not convince someone, but you may give someone who is your opposition um, a different meaning or a different understanding of uh, new things or some new things to come. I hope you understand me. Our conduct um, will prove to the world's system that exactly who we are and what is our purpose. Because as for now, they they may not understand until you and I and others make them understand. What is that exactly they should understand? To to let them adapt into the real thing, which is um, the meaning of TBC mission. But a part of those who are rulers of the world, I still believe that some of them, soon not long, will change their tune into something else. Who knows? They might change the tune into the billion coin. So, conduct, okay? Conduct. And our way of doing things and working together, that's another thing. Working together, also being honest to our mission or system. Remember, honesty. That also will play an important role. Okay. Taking risks, but not just any risk, calculated risk. I'll explain that one how, because many people understand that one in a business sector. But now I'm bringing that in here into TBC, but I'll explain why I brought it in, and the explanation here will be slightly different from the one in business sector. Yeah. What I mean is that if a part of over 3 million managed to sustain from the early days of TBC to date, that is the risk, but not just any risk, in brackets, calculated risk. Please, I'll also expect you to share something with me. If you don't understand something, ask me to repeat. It's fine. I'm here for that. And comment, please. I'm looking forward to see your comments. You are free in all my live stream broadcasts. That is why soon, some of you, I'm going to send you the direct link to join me in the panel. And I also expect you to send me your link, a direct link, so that I can join you in your live stream panel. Okay. I don't know. Does some of the things that I've already shared with you make sense to you? If not, hit it on the top chat. I will clarify some key areas, and I'm also subject to correction. Okay. Right. Risk. So you understand now how I explain risk in our mission or in the billion coin. That's how I understand it. Maybe some of you might understand it differently, but it is a risk, but not like the one in the business sector. Okay. I must also try to work within our time schedule, 30 minutes plus. Okay. But we are still within. We are now 13 minutes away from 30 minutes that we normally give our broadcasters or viewers. Okay, so uh, I sometimes uh, feel that we can be somewhere together with some of you, sit down and plan further, you know, about the way forward from where we are. That is why the heading says today, what's next now? Meaning, after the longest months of migration, what's next? What is our plan? Share with us. What do you have? Let's combine something. Let's make a difference. And because I still believe that before we reach 1 billion mark, there has to be uh, some activities that will generate more cash flow for each and every one of us. Of course, not we can't wait uh, for everyone to reach that mark, but there has to be some cash flow activities. That is why the admin has encouraged us to intensify that. Okay. Remember, with Bitcoin, in the early days of 2009, after it was launched, it was about 0.001 cents in dollars. In our currency in South Africa, it was equivalent to 7 cents. So if you had about 70 rands in our currency, uh, that was 70 rands will allow you to get or purchase 1,000 bitcoins. And then year after that, just a year after that, um, Haynes exchanged his 10,000 bitcoins for 2 slices of pizza. That was the next year. You see, not long. Bitcoin went up after that testimony. Now, with our currency, it was about 1,300 rands. In dollars, we're looking at uh, 89 dollars plus, somewhere there. Okay, per Bitcoin. You see, from 7 cents to, wow, $89. Now, those who bought an abundance of Bitcoins, what do you think? What happened? Then the buyer from Jacksonville, Florida, in the United States, if I'm not mistaken, please correct me. Those Bitcoins he bought from Haynes turned out to be over $12 million. And then what did he do with that capital? He turned his business into a franchise, but of course, uh, providing pizza service, it was all about pizza business. I understand today, if I'm not mistaken, also please correct me, he has quite a number of franchises around the United States. So it was a breakthrough for him. So, and today we're looking at over, let's say between 6,900 to over 700, $7,000 per Bitcoin. Okay. See where it started. It was 7 cents. Okay. Now it's over $6,000 to 7,000 plus. Before uh, Bitcoin reached this amount, already those who were investors or members in Bitcoin, or those who bought Bitcoins from 2009, they started enjoying the benefits or the fruits of Bitcoin. To this day, we understand that one, right? Now, let's now tailor this into the Bitcoin coin. Do you really think that the admin is that bad or cruel to leave us like that, or allow us to reach a billion mark being dry without them introducing some things or activities that will keep us going until we reach a billion mark? No. In fact, they did introduce some of the activities within the community on how to generate something while we were still in the building phase. Okay. We are still a newbie, remember, but we have done wonders when you compare ourselves with Bitcoin. But of course, we respect that Bitcoin is still the mother of all cryptocurrencies. We cannot deny that. We know that and we respect that. And thanks for BTC. Okay. So now, the current cash flow, it has been modified to suit now, wow, to suit what we expected. So what do we do about that? That's where we ask a question about those who are waiting for something. You know, they normally ask about the magic button and etc. But when we return the same question to them, what did you do for this mission? Or what did you do for this commission? I mean, for this community? According to our records, they've done nothing, you know. They did nothing, and currently they're doing nothing, and they're still waiting, and they will continue waiting for someone to come and do. Look at the time, the period of over 24 months, someone waiting for someone to come and do, or a miracle, I don't know if you can call it that way. Then something is not right. Certain things in life, we allow them to happen to us. Certain things in life, and if we allow those things to uh, affect our lives, yes, it will be so continuously or ongoing. Then, whenever there is a change, you won't be in a position to see that. Instead, you will see an opposite of that. That's where one will start uh, um, attacking with negative ideas and the likes, you know. So sometimes we have to go back to the basics when we address certain things in the billion coin. Because if we don't do that, remember, we will be scaring those who are interested in this abundance. Plus, we must also ask ourselves that what is that exactly we are doing wrong? Why is this community not growing currently? Why uh, some people are asking questions about the billion coin? And, we must also look at ourselves and find out exactly where we are doing wrong. And then we must get into that and combine our ideas, our heads to have a solution and say, guys, let us avoid this. And this will scare others away from us. Instead of growing, 3 million, if we are not doing the right thing, to drop, it can drop in a very short space of time. But to work on it or to build it, you know how long it took us, right? So you remember, some of you, when we shared uh, before the first day of our live stream broadcast, meaning before that, we still have some videos that we published here on YouTube. We downloads had one. I also did quite a few, and Randy and some of you, that the way we planned our membership growth, the way we reached 3 million plus, it was very impressive. We applied all tactics, strategies, and we did all what we can to reach that mark. And then, as we were discussing further or sharing further through the videos, live streams, sometimes we used to go on Zoom, with other leaders, all went well. Then we also set up an objective that the 3 million plus membership has to multiply 30 times. So if it did from that time, by now we would have been over 1 billion. But there was only one mistake we did. After we reached 3 million plus, we relaxed, we slowed down. Why did you slow down? Why did you do that? Can someone answer that, please? If there you have something to share with us, tell us why the number has slowed down. So that was our mistake. To relax after we've reached 3 million, we thought maybe to reach a million, a billion, it will be easy. It won't be difficult any longer. So let's just relax. Now, history has repeated itself after the send buttons meeting. Those 4 graphs. Remember when I opted for the fourth one, the red one, which was the shortest of them all, or shortest of the 3. The number has dropped again. What do you think it will happen after 1 month, not 3 months from now? Are we ready to intensify our strategies? That is why our heading again, I'll remind it says, what's next now? After migration, what's next? And after our membership has dropped a little bit again, what's next? Okay, let's see what Diana is saying. Hi, Diana from Canada. Welcome again. Diana send us a message here. The message, let me see. This is how we read it. I think the numbers slowed down temporarily because of the migration. It will climb back up to make huge increases normal. Thank you, Dinah. The first line says, I think the number slowed down temporarily. Underline that, guys, because of the migration. Number is slowed down because of the migration. I have a question on that one. Sorry, I'm not trying to be fun, but let's share something. It has slowed down temporarily because of migration. May you please elaborate that? I understand. I'm not denying it. Let's share it, or anyone can share that. And the second line says, it will climb back up to make huge increases normal. It will climb back up to make huge. Right. We have a second. I have a second concern now. It says, she's saying, Diana's saying, it will climb back to make huge increases. Now, see, on the first line says it has been slowed down by migration. Please, I'm lost a bit. What migration has to do with the slow down of the numbers or the number? And then, can you share with us something about the second line that it's going to climb back to make huge increases normal? Maybe we're going to learn something here today. I'll be glad to share that strategy on how it's going to happen. I must also learn from you. But thank you again, Diana. I'm very grateful so that you are sharing something with us, but it shows that you're still going to share with us something on how to go about it. Very well. And then let's go to our brother, Stephen Coffey. He's saying, what is next? We need to enhance our growth of our TBC community. Enhance. Thanks, brother. And then we need to get back to, wow, 25,000 cranials or cranials. Am I right? Cranials. Yeah. To 50,000 per day and beyond. Okay. It looks like our brother here is actually highlighting some of the ways on how can we get back there. Like you can see here, he's saying we need to get back, you see, back to where? To basics. That's how I understand it. Because if something it's not going right, if something is not going right, then go left. If it's not going right, you go left. So now this time our brother Stephen, according to my understanding, is saying if we are not progressing, we have to go back to the basics. Thanks, brother Stephen. That's how I understand it. If I didn't understand it well, I'm subject to correction. Okay. Now we have our sister Diana. She's saying many people were waiting for migration to complete because people weren't sure if the new server was stable. Okay. Now that it is proven to be stable, people won't be so apprehensive to join us. Oh, my sister, thanks again. But today, it looks like I would love to say something on that as well, if you allow me. But it's not bad. We're sharing, okay? We are in the classroom, okay? But I'm not attacking. I'm not working against. No, no, no. I'm sharing because your reply draws my attention so that I can say something. All right. But I'm not pointing at you. I'm now pointing at those people who were waiting for migration to complete. You see, they were waiting. We thought they were with us, but they were waiting and they were not with us to complete because people weren't sure. Now, the very same people, not you, my sister Dan, them, those people, were not sure about the effort that the admin has done to move from the old blockchain to the new one. But there was a reason why admin did that. And the admin was certain that after migrating from TBC 004, okay, to 009, those servers, we actually did a test on the panel, you remember, guys, with Randy and other leaders from around the globe. And it was proven that those servers are functioning well with a high speed. So you see, those people, it looks like they didn't get it, you know. Now let's continue. And Diana, she's saying, okay, they were saying they were not certain that those servers will be stable or not. Okay, let's continue. It says, now that it is proven to be stable, people won't be so apprehensive to join us. Wow. I'm sorry to say on that last line, the very same people, not Diana, my sister, those people, I think they better change their way of seeing things or their way of doing things because they might not catch that train. they might miss it, because as we are moving and thinking that we are together in this journey or path, they tend to slow down, So they are not certain about this mission, so they still have doubts. So there has to be something about that. Okay. And let's go back to our brother Stephen. Our brother is saying, I'm referring to people. Thanks, brother Stephen. And then our brother says again, yes, back to the basics. Thank you. Thank you, my brother. So I was right. Thanks. Diana says, many people are waiting, meaning they're waiting to see, you know, they're waiting to see. Yes, we have those people, but hey, let's try to move with those quickly so that we can uh, reach that bridge together. Okay, Brother Steven says the basics is the first start system in the block. Correct, my brother. I agree with you. I also agree with you, my sister Dinah. What I like with this live stream of today or this morning is that it is nice to have the same members who understand TBC, but viewing and sharing different opinions. We can't expect everyone to share positive, but sometimes you see the way Diana has put it, she was explaining about others. You understand? It is not Diana exactly who was skeptical about TBC, but it was those people. So it's nice for us to know, because certain things we will know them through some of you guys. I really appreciate. This is very cool. And our brother Steven says, okay, we've read that. And in the blog as well, it's very important. Hey, we are encouraging people to go there. But wow, they're scared to go there. It's like there's a monster there, and there isn't a monster. Actually, there's abundance and prosperity ideas in the blog and so many other things. And Dinah says, we all have different perspectives. That is true, Dinah. And that is why we will continuously help, educate. That won't cease, but we will continue doing that. We will try to present it as is, but at the end of the day, the decision is up to individuals. Okay, yeah. So my fellow Tibetians, let me check now. Our time in South Africa, it's now 1:42 a.m. It's still in the morning. And very, very, let me say, in about a couple of minutes, we'll be going off. But let me read the message from Mrs. Jules. Mrs. Jules, she's saying many people won't invest in themselves to help move not only the community forward, but themselves also. Okay. Yeah. We have different people within the community, like we have another part or another group that is in a position to strengthen other members with understanding, and the very same group of members are ready to create more leaders within the whole structure of TBC, because the more leaders we have, the lesser burden for us. Okay, and I think that also has to multiply, because members like that, like those, uh, members like which ones? The ones that Miss Jules has just mentioned here, are very few. So we need to multiply or add more of these members to penetrate all the communities around the globe, because it mustn't be a one-way road situation, but it has to be a two-way road situation, and it must be even. It mustn't be like this, or it must be even. So thanks again, Mrs. Jules. Noted. I will also think over that, but you got it right. Okay. So my fellow Tibetians, your contributions in the chat, they are really building, and this is the only way to go. And then let's read from Romeo L. Hurix. Welcome again in this chat. And I'm not certain about the country or land where he is from. Okay, but I will really appreciate if you can uh, tell us exactly from which part of the world you're coming from. That will be nice. Okay, but let's read what Romeo has just forwarded here. He's saying, "Hi, I will tell you the responses I get." Okay, without ways of using the coin, people are hesitant to joining. Okay. Um, I don't know. Can someone help us on that one? I hear him, but can you, Romeo? Can you give us more detail? Okay. Can you try to add more on the message that you've sent, please, so that everyone can share on that? Okay. While you're still doing that, Diana added something here. She's saying we have to make our own ways to use TBC. No one will do it for us. Oh, okay. Yes, Diana, it is true. Wow. Some of us, we have an abundance of these coins. It's like we are all having uh, cars, okay? And the admin has also provided us with the keys to turn on the ignition. But some of us are saying no, they don't know how to turn on the ignitions, but they got their driver's license. That's how I understand it. So those means has to be devised. We have to devise means and ways on how to remind these drivers that, hey, you are drivers, guys. So it has to, you know what to do. You can't just give them straight answers on how to do that. Okay. And thanks from the United States, Utah. Oh, thanks. Thanks again. Yeah. So, okay, let's read again from Romeo. or they expect more merchants. Oh, now I get it. And I explain it's peer-to-peer, but if they can't see, if they can't use the coin, it's only on paper. Okay. Uh, my brother Romeo, before you came in, we discussed something. We were doing a comparison. At the same time, we were relating from the history of Bitcoin. If you can do a replay on this live stream video, then you will understand on that part. In order for some people to believe and understand TBC, they must also go back to the history of Bitcoin, what transpired after the early days of Bitcoin, and from there, what brought confidence to people about Bitcoin. Okay, so the same history is currently repeating itself with the billion coin. So that will answer what you've just forwarded now. Yes, I really appreciate your explanation to them that it's peer to peer, just like Bitcoin, it's peer to peer, and other coins currently in the market. Um, it's peer to peer, and some of us we went into we joined, we bought those coins, in the early days of uh, Bitcoin. TBC wasn't there, but it was Bitcoin and other traditional networks. But because of Bitcoin, we wanted anything that is related to Bitcoin, though it was different names. Like before I started my live stream broadcast with you, I think 45 minutes to an hour ago, I forgot actually. I just went to one of my uh, related Bitcoins that I bought. I forgot about them, but I said, no, let me go and check in. You know, I was surprised. Guess how much I got? I'm talking about an hour ago. I'm not talking about uh, specifically Bitcoin, but it was something else. It was another coin, but of course, from the coin market, I got about $850. I withdrew that now, 45 minutes ago, or 45 minutes before I started the broadcast, right into my Bitcoin wallet. I forgot about it. So, but Bitcoin, it's still the mother. And then TBC is just another currency. So, what we are doing currently, we are building an economy around um, the billion coin. So we need all of you to work with us in order to reach that bridge. Anyway, my fellows, I'm looking forward to see you again. I will talk to you again tomorrow, yeah, but I'm not sure what time. But I will try to squeeze myself in, even if it might not be around about this time, but sometimes during the day, I will share with you more. And I'm looking forward to join some of you live. Okay. And let's send each other invitations, direct links, so that we can also be on the panel and talk to people. That will be nice. And I really appreciate all your efforts to be here. And it's good morning, good night, good evening, good afternoon. It's good night. But now, after here, I'm going to retire now. I still need my 8 hours. The time now it's 7 minutes to 2 a.m. South African time. The date is still the 8th day of the 8th month, 2018. And I love you all, guys. And thank you again for all your time. And have a good one. Cheers.